We from Amanasi, the eastern part of Ghana.
Yeah, Amanasi.
Much respect to our president, Your Excellency.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this live section. Guys, there is war. Yes, Ghana has declared war on Igbos, saying they must leave. Again, you know that they actually did a protest before saying that Igbos must go. But this time around, they have declared war, saying Igbos must go. I'm going to play a video for you guys, to watch and see how these Ghana people are, seriously protesting, saying that Igbo must go. Even a Ghana youth came out to warn all Igbos in Ghana to leave their country. They don't want to see them again. Now, in the heart of Ghana, anger is actually rising. Voices shouting on one message saying Igbo must leave. But what triggered this is a new wave of threat. What triggered this new wave of threat is, why they target Igbo community and all of that. We're going to be looking at it in this live section. So now this story is something that happened. You guys know the story, the Igbo king, the Igbo king in Ghana. Recently, videos have flooded social media. Groups of young Ghanaians, some on the streets, some on Facebook Live, chanting that Igbo must pack up and leave Ghana. Their anger isn't new actually, but this time it's fueled by something symbolic, the Eze Indi Igbo na Ghana. The Eze Indi Igbo na Ghana. So now, at the center of all this storm is the traditional institution of the Eze Indi Igbo na Ghana, the king of Igbos in Ghana. Many local youths see this as an insult, a sign that the Igbo community is not just doing business but building its own power structure inside another country. Some claims this challenges Ghana's sovereignty. Others claim it threatens local chief and traditional rulers who feel overshadowed. So now, Ghanaian people are saying that Igbos have left the business they came to do in Ghana. They're now building their kingdom in Ghana. Now, here is the catch. The Igbos didn't crown themselves by force. They got permission. Ghana government, through silence or direct approval, allowed the SND Igbo to exist. Now, this is my own analysis towards this SND Igbo of a thing. Versus concerning this SND Igbo king to he has the power to do that, to go because of what something they don't know as. So why are you attacking Igbos? Why not you go for Ghana government? It is your government that allowed this king to stay in, it is government that allowed him. So I feel they should go after their government than going after Igbos, saying that Igbos should go. They should also be aware that there are so many Ghanaians in Igbo land too. Saying Igbos should go it will not resolve any problem. It will not, rather it is going to fuel tension. So Ghanaians should face their government because they feel that Igbos have left, the business they are doing. They are now trying to build their kingdom in Ghana. So since they don't like that Igbo king, they should focus on they should now face their government to put an end to this nonsense and not saying Igbo should go. Saying Igbo should go, you will fuel tension. They should face Kenya government, Kenya president to do the right thing because he has the power to stop any nonsense going on in Ghana. I don't know if you guys understand. So face your government, leave Igbos. Igbos did not do anything. Why are people after Igbos? What did they do? Just like an ordinary innocent man that is not even aware of the person they even crowned Igbo king. They are telling the person to go, innocent man. So go after your government that allowed this king to exist in Ghana. If you don't want, just like I said, if Ghanaians are saying they don't want anything called Igbo kingdom, it's fine. It's their land. Because I've made my research and I've found that, okay, since they don't want an Igbo kingdom in Ghana, why don't they, why don't you just stop? And, why don't you just stop? Since the people that you're in their country say they don't want this thing. So now, than facing Igbos, face the government that allowed you to stay. Because this is happening by government approval. Many local youth sees this as an insult, they see the Igbo kingdom, the Igbo king, an Igbo man crowned as Igbo king in Ghana. They see it as an insult, a sign that the Igbo community is not just doing business but building its own power structure inside another country. Some claim this challenges Ghana's sovereignty, others claim it threatens local chiefs and traditional rulers who feel overshadowed. But here is the catch: the Igbos didn't crown themselves by force, they got permission. I'm very sure that Ghana president is aware of this thing, because these people will not do all this without the permission of the Ghana president, I believe. So they did not just do it, they got permission. Ghana government, through silent or direct approval. Why is it that we have not heard Ghana president coming out to say something? Because we have seen many videos of these youths protesting, warning that Igbo should go. But why is it that we have not seen I've not seen Ghana president or Ghana government come out to address this matter? Why are they silent? Why are they silent on these matters? So you guys should face they should face Ghana government, not Igbos. Igbos did not do anything. Face Ghana government, because you guys are saying Igbos should go. There are some South Africans that are in other countries too. Sorry, there are some Ghanaians that are in other countries too. So telling Igbos to go doesn't make sense at all. It's going to fall tension. Let us not start this African country versus another African country. It will not make sense. It will not end well. Some Ghanaians are also in Igbo land. So you guys should face anything going on in Nigeria now, anything that is going on in Nigeria. We are going to face our government in Nigeria, Nigerian government, for allowing this thing to happen, because they have power to say this person must be crowned or the Igbo king must be anything. They have the power to stop anything they don't want. So now, if Ghana said they don't want Igbo king, then Ghana president should stop it. Since Ghana residents are saying we don't want Igbo king in Ghana, they should stop it. They should stop that. They should stop him from becoming the king. Than going to say Igbos should go. This violence is not necessary at all. It's not necessary to end well. So now, Ghana government, they got permission from Ghana government through silence or direct approval. Allowed the SND, they allowed SND Igbo to exist. In so many cases, they even attended the king's event and accept his goodwill. So now, if the youth are truly angry, shouldn't they face their own leaders? It was never the Igbo community rules to grant itself traditional authority. The Ghanaian government could ban the practice if it wanted. That is what I want you guys to know. Ghanaian government could, it doesn't even need to talk much. Once it said no, it stands. Once it says no, it stands. Somebody said, look at the way she's talking. We don't need any approval from the government to kick you guys out. Let me tell you something. Hope you know that there are some Ghanaians in Igbo land. Don't just throw unnecessary tension, because your government has the power to say no to this. Follow due process. Don't just do things anyhow, because it won't end well. Follow due process. For that Igbo king to be in existence in Ghana is because of your government allowed it, and they have the power to say no. Do things the way it's supposed to be. Don't just come and say Igbos must go. What of Ghanaians in Igbo land? What about them in Igbo land? So what you have to do is, your government, it has the power to remove anything called Igbo S or whatever in Ghana, since you guys don't want it. So violence is not the best thing. It's not the best solution. Violence is not the best solution. That is just it. The youths, they won't match the parliamentary demanding answer. They won't ask the president why an Igbo king operates openly in Ghana. You should ask your government why an Igbo king operates openly in Ghana. You should ask your government that question. That is just it. So now, it is very easy and safe to attack the market women than confronting the politicians. Now, the truth is bitter. Ghana, like many African nations, is wrestling with high youth employment, rising cost of living, and economic uncertainty. When things are hard, it's tempting to find a scapegoat, and the Igbo community, visibly entrepreneurs and striving in trade, becomes the easiest target. Instead of asking hard questions about corruption, mismanagement, and the lack of jobs, this mob said the foreigners must go. Now, but here is the irony nobody wants to talk about. Thousands of Ghana live, trade, study and marry in Igbo land. In states like Anambra, Imo State, Enugu, Abia, Ebonyi, many Ghanaians run businesses in Nigeria cities like Onitsha, Aba and Enugu. Nobody tells them to leave. Nobody burns their shop, just like Ghanaians are now burning Igbo shop in Ghana, which is very wrong. Just like an innocent Igbo man that doesn't even know the king they even crowned. You will not tell the person, someone that have been there for so long, you will not tell the person to go. Why don't you face your government that allowed this Igbo king, since you guys don't want it? Why don't you face your government that allowed this thing? Why don't you face the government that allowed this Igbo king? Why are you facing Igbos? That is just it. There are some Ghanaians too in Igbo land. Nobody tells them to leave. Nobody burns their shop. Nobody threatens their family. I will tell you nothing but the truth. Yes, if you say that Igbos should, if you say that you don't want Igbo kingdom, then it's fine. We cannot come and decide you. Once you say you don't want it and you don't want it, we cannot come and force it on you guys. So since you don't want it, why don't you face your government? Because they have power to stop any Igbo king in Ghana. Why are you guys facing the Igbos? Why is Igbos your target? Why are Igbos your target? I don't care if you believe what I'm saying or not. I'm telling you the truth. There's no need for this tension because you guys are, there's no need of, creating unnecessary war, declaring war on Igbos. There's no need. There's no need on that. Just do the needful, do things peacefully. Tell your government to stop this Igbo king. If you guys don't want it, it's very simple. Then saying Igbo should go. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So now, if Ghanaian youth succeed in driving Igbo out, what do they expect when the tide turns? Now, will Nigeria retaliate? That's one thing. Will Nigeria retaliate? Will Ghana be ready for the diplomatic blowback? So I feel I'm a person of peace. I don't like violence. I don't like war. So if you guys, because if you guys send Igbos out of Ghana, what about the ones in Igbo land? History reminds us in 1983, when Nigeria expelled West African immigrants during the Ghana must go crisis, relations nearly collapsed. We are going back there. Now, the biggest wins of this crisis are not the youth, not the market women, not hustlers. The wins are the same politician elites who keeps the masses poor. Now, ask yourself, why is it that no Ghana official is coming out to talk about this Igbo must go protest? Why is it that they have not come out to talk about this Igbo king? Why are they so silent? Ask yourself, why is your government so silent in this Igbo king? Why is it he has not come out to talk about it? Somebody said any Ghanaian living in Nigeria must be out of their minds. It is true. Many are living in Nigeria. Many Ghanaians are living in Nigeria. Yes, it's reality. Many are living in Nigeria. So it's not about many are living there. So now let's take due process. There's no need for war or it will not bring it will not even bring anything. Like it will not bring anything good or result to anything good. That is just it. So you guys should, if you don't want Igbo king, if you don't want an Igbo king, then because your government has the power to stop this Igbo king. That's just it. Going after Igbos doesn't even make sense at all, or destroying their shops. It doesn't even make sense at all. Those are Nigerians are even distracted by what is going on. They're distracted in what is going on in their country. They see this as a small thing because what they are facing in their country is much more bigger than this thing you guys are doing. Igbo must go. That's just it. So now, the winners of this matter is the same politician elites who keeps the masses poor and angry while they smile in luxury. When youths are busy chasing Igbos out, nobody is asking for better schools, better hospital, or proper job. Hate becomes a distraction, and why the youths fight each other, the politicians keep losing. Now, let me now tell you something. If you're angry, challenge it the right way. Because you guys saying Igbos must go, you guys are not challenging it the right way. If you're angry that you don't want an Igbo king, channel it the right way. Organize, demand policies that build jobs, hold leaders accountable, fight corruption. If you don't want the SND Igbo in Ghana, Ask your government to ban it. It is very simple. It is very simple for everyone to understand. If you don't want SND Igbo na Ghana, ask your government to ban it and leave Igbos alone. Why will you be chasing Igbos in Ghana? If you don't want this man called SND Igbo na Ghana, because I've come through many videos. I've come through so many videos, like I've come through so many videos in what's it called, in social media, where somebody said, and then I've actually found out that this is true. Ghana is another country. You coming to build a kingdom and crown someone, although that, with what the man is saying, what the SND Bonagana is saying, Ghana's are actually misunderstanding it. But Ghanaians they don't want to know what you're saying. They don't want anything called Igbo in their land. You don't have to force it on them. This is what I'm saying. You don't have to force it. So Ghana, I'm actually not accepting the fact that you guys are going after Igbos. If you don't want an Igbo king in Ghana, tell your government to stop it. Stop saying Igbos must leave. It doesn't make sense. It will fuel violence. It will fuel violence. Somebody said Nigerians must leave Ghana. Do you know the Igbos are kidnapping our citizens? Wow. Prove that Igbos are the ones kidnapping your citizens. Proof. Do you have any proof of that? The ones going on in Nigeria, do we blame Ghanaians? Do we blame them? So you can actually, let me tell you, even, do you know how many Chinese that they have caught for that commits crime in Nigeria that they have jailed, they have sentenced to jail? So you cannot come and say Igbos are the ones kidnapping your citizen. You don't have proof on that, so don't say it unless you can show your proof that Igbos are the one kidnapping your citizens. It doesn't make sense. Your people are also in Nigeria. So if you don't want SND in Ghana, ask your government to ban it, not by violence, but by law. That is just it. Because the way I'm hearing, they say that it violates Ghana law. So what are you waiting for? Tell your government to ban it and stop disturbing Igbos. There are so many Igbo men there in Canada, they don't even know who is this Igbo king. They don't know. They are busy doing their business, living their life. Some have lived there for so many years. And then all of a sudden you want them to go. It doesn't make sense. So now, if you don't want SND, like I said, ask your government to ban it. But remember, the same law protects the millions of Ghanaians living in Igbo land. Unity must go both ways. And to the Igbos in Ghana, keep being peaceful, respect the law of your host nations, and stand together. History has tested you before. You will endure again. Please, this person that is saying that Igbos are the one kidnapping, please, we actually need your evidence to show the world that truly Igbos are the one kidnapping, because there is no news report online that Igbos are the ones kidnapping your citizens. There is no news. What I'm all saying is, if you guys don't want an Igbo king, tell your government to ban it. If you guys don't want Igbos, tell your government to ban it. According to what this man said yesterday, let me just play a video in case you have not seen this video. According to what he said yesterday. Now, before that, let me just play to you, what Ghanaian youths are saying. Take a look.
We're from Amanasi, the eastern part of Ghana.
Yeah, Amanasi.
Much respect to our president, Your Excellency, John Dramani Mahama. I am calling on all the youths in Eastern region, every part of Eastern region. If you know you are living in Eastern region, we have to bring our heads together and start protesting now. Because what is going on in Ghana is something else. And the government is not saying anything about it. The president is finding it likely. We are not finding it likely. The Igbo king must go, and the Igbo people must go. We don't want any long talk. When you go to Roma, you do what the Romans do. There are rules and regulations in Ghana. You don't just leave your country behind, come to another man's country, and start imposing things on yourself. That's not how it's done. Charlie, over here in Ghana, we respect our tradition and culture. and we respect each other. That is why you see the peace which we are living in today in Ghana. Charlie, why is it that anywhere you people go, you want to cause chaos? Anywhere you people go, you want to cause problem? You know, brought prostitution. You are spoiling our youth with prostitution, spoiling our youth with criminology, spoiling our youth with all kind of things. Nobody is talking about that. No human being is talking about that. You, the Igbo people living in Ghana, this is your message. We know you guys have money. We know you guys have money. You can buy anything you want, but not our country. You can never buy our country. I wonder how you can just forget your country in a minute, just to claim another man's country. I thought you guys were smart, were intelligent. I came across a video today. No, wait, let me talk to them. I came across a video today. Some stupid guy online talking nonsense, saying we Ghanaians should leave their king alone and we should stay away from their kingdom. And if anything happens to their kingdom or their king, they will beat us mercilessly. Yeah, I hear that.
You don't know your mother.
You don't know your mother, I swear. You don't know your mother. It is then only I'm the smoking go. Ogu kill you for that, Nigeria there. Ogu kill you. And Ogu kill that your Ogu king. You be the first blacks will go start colonization or what? No, me I know they understand. If you be the first black man will go start colonization. That fucking shit no go happen for Ghana.
Okay, so guys, you heard what this Ghanaian youth said. Like I'm always saying, if you guys don't want Igbo king, tell your government to ban it. Somebody said something I want to point out. He said, do you remember what happened in the Ghana must go, as at then, many years ago when Nigeria was saying Ghana must go? Yes, okay. The person said, do you remember the time you guys say Ghana must go? Now let me now talk about this, because I feel history is repeating itself again. Let me talk about this. So now in the early 1980s, Nigeria was booming with oil money. Millions of West Africans, including a huge number of Ghanaians, moved to Nigeria looking for job, trade, and a better life. Now, by 1983, Nigerian economy crashed. Oil price fell, corruption rose, unemployment, spiked. Sounds familiar? Now, instead of facing the real cause, bad governance, instead of facing the real cause, bad governance, stolen money, the Nigerian government under President Shehu Shagari blamed foreigners. Now, I'm coming down to it. They blamed foreigners, which is Ghanaians. The easiest target was Ghanaians. In January 1983, Shagari's government gave millions of undocumented immigrants just a few weeks to pack up and leave or face forceful eviction. Now, that was the Ghana must go. As desperate families fled overnight, many used cheap plastic bags to carry their entire life belongings. Those bags became known as, they now call them Ghana must go. Now, that's what happened. Now, let me now tell you something, that over 1 million Ghanaians were affected. Now, the history estimate like 1 to 2 million Ghanaians were forced out of Nigeria. Many lost businesses, home, and livelihood overnight. Some died on the road. ECOWAS unity collapsed in shame. Today, the same history that hurts Ghanaians is at risk of repeating. But in reverse, Ghanaians once faced eviction, discrimination, and humiliation in Nigeria. Now, some Ghanaian youth wants to push Nigerians, especially Igbos, out of Ghana. Now, let me tell you something. Has Ghana forgotten how Nigeria took them in when they needed help? Has Ghana forgotten how entire families demanded on Nigerian market to survive? Has Ghana forgotten how millions of Nigerians forgave and welcomed Ghanaians back over the decades? Now, look at the bitter truth here. The bitter truth is that history shows scapegoating never fix a broken economy. Look at, you see, Nigerian government, I never supported that Ghana must go. In fact, I was not even there when it happened, but I don't support anything going on in Nigeria because everything in Nigeria is irrelevant. And in fact, anything going on in Nigeria doesn't even make sense. They chased Ghanaians out of Nigeria to fix their economy. What is going on in Nigeria? Is the economy good? Is our economy good? They said Ghanaians were taking the job. What is going on? Many youths are underemployed. That they're not employed. So I don't know if you guys are actually understanding what I'm saying. Anything going on in Nigeria doesn't make sense. I don't stand with anything going on in Nigeria. All I'm saying is peace should reign. You are saying that Nigerian government were saying that because Ghanaians were the one taking the jobs, that time. What is happening now? Millions of youths in Nigeria, even after they sent Ghana away, millions of youths in Nigeria are still battling. They don't even have job. Is the economy good? You can see the way Nigerian government recent, and even now in Nigeria, Ghanaians are still living in Nigeria. So what I'm saying is that history shows scapegoating never fixes a broken economy. Nigeria didn't magically propose after chasing Ghanaians out in 1983. The same corruption remained. Job didn't appear overnight, and people still suffer. People are still suffering even up till now. It is a short-sighted solution that only left bitterness. It was a short-sighted solution that only left bitterness. If Ghana expels Igbo today, it opens old wounds. Nigeria could retaliate. Thousands of Ghanaians still live, trade, study, and marry in Nigeria, especially in Igbo land. Will they be forced to go again? And what will ECOWAS do? Nothing like before. The Ghana must go bag is more than a bag. It's a symbol of Africans' repeated mistake. That's the mistake they made. Blaming the neighborhood instead of fighting the real enemy, bad leadership. When you chase your African brother out, you think you're punishing him, but you are planting seed of retaliation. The same bag that once carried Ghanaians out of Nigeria could be waiting to carry Ghanaians back if this cycle repeats. Unity is fragile. Don't break it because of anger that should be directed at failed leaders. Ghana must go once shamed West Africa. Are we about to repeat it? Or are we going to break the cycle and finally face our real problems together? That is just it. Somebody said, it's the audacity for me. You don't come as a guest and take over somebody's land. Leave and go to your country. It's the audacity of Nigerians for me. He's not recognized as a king in Ghana. Let me tell you, any king that is not recognized by Ghana's president is not a king. That person is not a king. So why are you guys even wasting your me? I feel there's no need for all this noise, because if your government doesn't recognize this person as a king, then he's not a king. It's only people that are recognized. And if you don't want this man to be a king here, tell your government to ban him. Let him stop it. You cannot come to another person. If they say they don't want it, they don't want it. You cannot force king on an Igbo king. That is just it. Leave Igbos alone. They did not do anything. Leave Igbos alone. They don't do anything. So if you don't want an Igbo king, tell your government to ban it and leave Igbos alone. They did not do anything. There are many Igbos in Ghana that don't even know the king. They don't know anything about this matter. They have lived in Ghana for so long, paying tax, doing the needful, and then all of a sudden you want them to go because of this thing. So now let's continue because I actually pointed out what somebody said about what happened years ago about the Ghana must go as at then. And I'm saying that what Nigerians did was actually a very big mistake, because they actually did that. They actually chased Ghana people because of employment and everything, bad economy. But what is happening now? Are we not seeing the worst? So what's the essence? You can see the stupid move they took to do that. Me, as I said, anything happening in Nigeria is irrelevant to me. Everything happening in Nigeria is irrelevant to me. And I'm only standing in what Martin and Kano said. Because this country is full of corruption. It's full of corruption. Corruption is what we see in this country. So now, like I was saying, if you don't want and always want to say it, there's no need to fuel. Any king that is not recognized by your government is not a king. So stop fueling. If the government doesn't recognize, why is the government silent? I want to ask, why is your government silent? Why is the government silent? They should come out and talk. They have power to stop this king. If you don't want the Igbo king, then he should stop it. Let's stop making this unnecessary noise. Stop making it, please. There's no need for all this tension. We are facing a lot of this. We don't even need this one. We are facing more than enough. We're tackling with Boko Haram. We're tackling with band economy. It is too much. If you don't want an Igbo king, tell your government to ban it. They have the power. If they are silent, that means they are complicit. If they are silent, that means they are complicit to what is happening. They should not be silent. They should come out and talk. And if they don't want it, they should ban it. So now, like I said, the biggest winner of this crisis are not the youth. The biggest winners are the same elites, the same political elites who keeps the masses poor and angry when they live in luxury. If you're angry, challenge it the right way. Demand policies that build jobs, hold leaders accountable, fight corruption. If you don't want SNDBO in Ghana, ask your government to ban it, not by violence, by law, but by law. The same law protects the millions of Ghanaians living in Igbo land. Unity must go both ways. And the Igbos in Ghana, keep being peaceful, respect the laws of your host nation and stand together. History has tested you before. You will endure again. In the end, Ghana must decide. Will it choose division or hate? Or Pan-African unity? The youth hold the future in their hands, but only if they fight the real enemy: poverty, bad governance, and cheap tribal politics. Now, this is, if you found this very interesting, drop a comment under the comment section. Let's talk about it. Now, where is the same energy when big foreigners complain exploits Ghana's resources? Chinese miners, Western corporation, no street protest, but a small Igbo trader selling phone accessories become the enemy. How can Africa preach free movement under ECOWAS when citizens turn on each other so quickly? How? Why are we even? The problem is, why are we even, attacking Igbos to the extent of even destroying their shop? The Ghana passport says freedom and justice. Where is the freedom for fellow Africans? The same youths complaining about Igbos don't talk about the billions stolen through corruption by local elites. The Igbos didn't loot the treasury. The Igbos didn't embezzle education funds. Yes, they are the first to be blamed. Many don't even understand that the SND Igbo is not a political king. He's a cultural father figure for the Igbo community, organizing community welfare, conflict. According to what the SND Igbo said, he said he doesn't have police. Let me just play for you the video of where he said a lot of things. Take a look.
The video you are seeing on the internet that I said will build Igbo village was made 2013. 12 years ago. If you look at my age now, then that time, no small baby. And then you can see the video how young I was then 12 years ago. Now, we have no piece of land acquired in Igbo Pram for that project because it did not come to pass. Nowhere in Ghana we bought land for Igbo village till now, till tomorrow. But it was so bad that some of our bloggers misinterpreted the vision and they said, we want to build Igbo kingdom in Ghana. That is 100% lies. If you go back to that video, you see what I said is Igbo village. And the interpretation of village is different from kingdom. We have no any plan to build any kingdom in Ghana. We cannot build kingdom on top of something.
Now, I'll still come to respond to what some people said here in the comment section. But you heard the SND Igbo in Ghana that he said that because I actually watched an interview of this same Igbo person, this king, saying that he's going to build a kingdom in Ghana. I actually watched, in my last live section here, I was, I was not even somebody said I should go and take a look at what this man said last year ago, some years back. I watched the interview, and then he said that he wants to buy hectares of land in Ghana and build, an Igbo kingdom in Ghana. That was what he said years back. And now this same man now is coming to tell us that when he said that was years back, he was young, this, that. But the truth is that people don't want this man. They don't even want anything called Igbo king or whatever. They don't want him. So why is it that they will not just stop it? Because this is what I feel, because it's not your country. It's not your country. So let us not stop this. I'm actually against this Igbos must go. And now let me come down to what somebody said. Somebody said Nigerians should stop stealing and selling drugs in other people's land. Nigeria should hold their government accountable and stop copying West African lifestyle. Work with Africans against them. So now this person said Nigerians should stop stealing and selling drugs in other people's land. I want you guys to know that I'm not actually in support, because I know that Nigerians actually go, because we have seen in social media where they caught some Nigerians that fraud people, that sell drug and all of that. But you guys should know that you cannot come and put it in all the whole Nigerians. In your own country, in Ghana, there are bad eggs. There are some people that spoils your image. In Nigeria, we have caught Chinese doing drug business here in Nigeria. Go and check so many news websites, you will see it. Some Chinese doing drug business in Nigeria that have jailed. So you cannot come and they're actually true Nigerian, true innocent Nigerians. They don't ordinary Nigerians that they don't put their hands in evil. So don't come and say all Nigerians. They're actually good Nigerians. Yes, that live in Ghana. There are some good Nigerians that live in Ghana. They pay tax. They don't involve themselves to any crime. Yes. So don't come and say the whole Nigerians living in Ghana are bad people. They steal, they kidnap. According to some people, they are saying that the person even said Igbos are the ones kidnapping people in Ghana. You cannot come and say the whole Nigerians. There are some good people there. So don't put it in the whole. Even in Ghana, you still see bad eggs here. You still see bad people from UK, people that came here to live. You still see them doing illegal businesses. So don't come and put this in Nigerians or the whole nationality. That is just it. Somebody said Africans cannot unite with the attitudes of Igbos wherever they go. Igbos. That's the same thing I'm saying. How do Igbo be? What is the crime? What's the problem of an Igbo man? Why you always saying what is the problem? What's the crime? That somebody committed a crime, will you now put it to all Igbos? That somebody, an Igbo man did something, will you now say all Igbos or other Igbo people are bad? Stop putting it on all Igbo people. They are actually good Igbos. Stop saying wherever Igbo people they go, this, that. It doesn't make sense. So now somebody said, play us a video that shows crime and atrocities by Nigerians as well, so that we will all understand why not only Ghana must. I don't even get what you're saying. He said, play us videos that shows crime and atrocities by Nigerian as well, so that we all understand why not only Ghana must, the rest of the world. I don't understand what you're saying. So now somebody said it is really dark and illiterate and backward thinking to have war amongst us, my sister and brothers, but to have peace among us is intelligent. This is just what we are saying. There is no need for all this violence, and let's do things the right. Because right now we have a lot of things. We are facing a lot of things. So bringing this, like I always say, if you don't want this thing in tell your government to ban it. That's the easiest way to even stop the Igbo king or whatever. Or some people are saying that Nigerians are the one, kidnapping people in, and you guys want Nigerians out of Ghana. But currently today, they actually, you cannot just come and say, because there are actually good Nigerians in Ghana. There are actually good Nigerians in Ghana. Yes, there are actually good Nigerians in Ghana. What we want is peace. We don't want all these things. Like this person said, it's really dark and illiterate that and backward thinking to have war amongst. See, these African countries fighting is not, it will not end well, guys. Do you know it won't end well? Don't even start it, please. It's not going to end well, please. Let's just conclude everything peacefully. Don't start this it doesn't make sense, brothers and sisters, please. It doesn't make sense. If you don't want an Igbo king, put an end to it now and stop chasing the Igbos. Put an end. Tell your government to end this. And they should come out and tell us, end this thing. So Nigerians, one thing about Nigerians I don't like is that they're always running away from their country. Yes, everybody knows that Nigeria is not even a good place to live in. In fact, you can't even survive, you can barely survive in Nigeria. But at least if they're leaving their country, who is going to fix the problem in Nigeria? That is why US are even saying that Nigerians should go back to their country and fix it. That's just it. So please, let us not start this African war. It's African country versus another African country fighting. It won't end well. Because even this SND, according to what he said, he said that he's not a political king, he's a cultural father figure for the Igbo community, organizing community welfare, conflict resolution, burial rights. He has no power over Ghana governance. The real power is with the chiefs and government. So why blame the symbolic head? If Igbo pack up and leave, local shows may celebrate for 1 month, and then reality will hit. The supply chain they built will collapse. Price of goods will rise. Shop will close. Ordinary people will suffer while greedy politicians smile. Now, this is the irony. Why Ghanaians are telling Igbos to leave? Ghanaian youths themselves are queuing at embassies for visa. Somebody said, hold your people accountable. Because this is happening. See, for this Igbo king, like they said he was coronated or something. For this thing to happen, it happened under the watch of your government. It happened under the watch of your government. Hold your government accountable and leave Igbos. Challenge your anger to the right people. Leave Igbos. Because it is happening under their watch. Somebody said everyone should stay in their country for peace to reign. People that are doing business, people that are doing business there, going for business trip and all of that. But I don't like Nigerians leaving their country to come and base another country. If Nigeria was a good country, they will not leave it. But because of the problems going on here, and in fact, Nigerians leaving their country is not even a good thing at all. You see, this japa of a thing is not a good. They should come back and fix this thing. Leaving it doesn't make sense. So somebody said there will be no war between Ghana and Nigeria. Let's put tribalism aside and solve our issues in humility. That is just all we want. That is just all we want. That is just all we want. Somebody said, but why is every country sacking Nigeria? Currently, US they are denying, according to what we heard, they are saying that Nigerians should go back to their country and fix their country. You're hearing what is happening. It's not a new thing now. You guys know what is happening. The happening thing in Nigeria today. Nigeria is not a place where human beings can even survive. That is why you see people go running out. But let me now tell you that a Nigerian left his country and went to UK and committed a crime doesn't make other Nigerians bad. You cannot come and paint them bad. That's one thing I want you to understand. You cannot paint them bad. because their country is not moving well, you cannot paint people because it's actually our government that is doing this thing. Bad government. Innocent Nigerians are just suffering. So now, like I always say, there's no need for this tension. Just put an end to this tension and then face reality, face your government, hold them accountable for allowing this thing to happen. Like I said, not all Igbos agree with him. Ironically, the SND will sometimes face resistance for within his own people. Some wealthy Igbos prefer to operate independently. Others questions his legitimacy or accuse some palaces of mixing business with tradition. So the Eze is not an almighty king. He's a consensus figure. His power depends on community trust and government will. So now, the SNDbo is like a lighthouse, according to what they are saying. He's like a lighthouse. It's like a lighthouse for Igbo far from home. When Igbos migrate, they recreate their traditional structure to maintain discipline and identity. Without it, there is no cultural anchor. People scatter, lose language, and forget traditions. So the SS mission is partially about cultural survival. Ever since this man started coming out to say his mission, I'm actually against it, because if the Ghana people say they don't want this thing in their country, they are the owners of their country. Even if Ghana come to Nigeria today and they want to do something and Nigerians are against it, they have no option to stop it. So why are they forcing Igbo? Since Ghanaians don't want it, why is the need of even why is the government silent? Why is Ghana government silent when their people doesn't want this kind of thing? Why is Ghana government silent? Somebody said you voted for the shit government. You vote for you in Nigeria. Vote doesn't count. They rig election, so it's not actually Nigerians' fault. It's not actually Nigerians' fault. Bad government. That's the problem of Nigeria. Bad government. Someone said they should do good things when they travel to different countries. Simple. I don't know how many times I will say this thing. You cannot say because of what somebody committed, one person committed, you now say other Nigerians are bad. There are actually many Nigerians that are doing well for themselves. They have lived in UK, they have lived in different part of this in different countries, and they have good records. So you cannot come and say, even in Ghana, there are some Ghanaians that also actually go to different countries and they commit crime. So don't come and put it to all Nigeria. There are actually good Nigerians. There are millions of good Nigerians. Let me now put it to you. Don't come and say Nigerians as a whole, wherever they go, they do bad things. It's a lie. I don't believe you in this one, please. Because their country is not moving well, you're painting them bad. Because of their bad governance, you're painting them bad, seeing as if all the whole Nigerians are evil people. Somebody said you can't make a village from only one tribe in the country you don't come from. Just like I always say, according to what this man said, according to what the Igbo king said, he said before he had, according to the interview he had few years ago, he said that he wants to buy lands in Ghana and build Igbo kingdom, build villages, and now he's coming to say that when he said that thing was actually me. I don't see any sense. I don't actually see any sense in this. How can somebody say something few years ago and then come and say that it's not what he said again, that he said he wants to he want that he everything that happened, he's not going to do it again. Imagine, just take a look, because there was this interview that he said he's going to build Igbo kingdom and then buy lands, and now all of a sudden he's coming out to debunk all those things. Take a look.
You are seeing on the internet that I said we'll build Igbo village was made 2013, 12 years ago. If you look at my age now, my age then, that time no small baby. And then you can see the video how young I was 12 years ago. Now, we have no piece of land acquired in Igbo Pram for that project because it did not come to pass. Nowhere in Ghana we bought land for Igbo village till now, till tomorrow. But it was so bad that some of our bloggers misinterpreted the vision and they said, we want to build Igbo kingdom in Ghana. That is 100% lies. If you go back to that video, you see what I said is Igbo village. And the interpretation of village is different from kingdom. We have no any plan to build any kingdom in Ghana. We cannot build kingdom on top of someone's kingdom. It is impossible. But some mischievous, some of our sons and daughters that believe that through internet and through having more viewers, they'll be making money from there, now decided to tarnish the image of a humble person like me just for them to make money from the internet and giving wrong information. That's one. Two, the same people also trying to create misunderstanding between the two nations, Ghana and Nigeria. Because of you not they are making from internet because of their followers.
This is what the Igbo king said, because this is what I'm always saying. If I feel this man, if Ghana people doesn't want you, I think you should stop all these things. This is my opinion. Stop all these things. But I'm actually against Ghana saying Igbos should go, because Ghanaians are not actually saints. There are actually good good Ghanaians. I will not doubt. I actually have good Ghanaian friends. Good ones. I'm not joking with you. Good ones. There are many. But you still see bad ones. You will still see bad ones. You will still see good Nigerians. You will still see bad ones. In Chinese, you see bad ones, you see good ones. So telling Igbo should go is not actually the best thing. It's not actually the best thing. So that is what I'm saying. The hidden truth is that many petty disputes among Igbo in Ghana never reaches Ghanaian police because SS Council said, they even said that this man meets with many high-profile men in Ghana. I mean, high-profile men. Like he takes picture, he goes for their event, he takes picture. So why are these people not? Why is your God? Why is man actually bothered? Since Ghana residents or Ghana citizens are saying they don't want this man, why is it that the government is silent? Why don't you obey what your people is saying and stop this thing? You will still see this man taking picture with high-profile men and others. Now, somebody said, I've never seen a tribe so ambitious and intelligent as Igbo tribe in Nigeria. But the few bad ones tarnish the whole Nigerian. That is just it. That is just it. That is just it. It doesn't mean that they are not good Igbos. Igbo people, they are known for working hard and, work. In fact, Igbo tribe is the only tribe I know in Nigeria that is doing excellently very well. Despite the marginalization and everything, the persecution and everything, is that tribe that is doing well for themselves. But the bad ones are, bringing bad reputation, and plus their government or Nigerian government as a whole is not even doing well. It's very hard for you to even live in Nigeria. So this is the problem we face. And please, let us not start this Igbo most, because currently Nigerians are not even what they're actually battling is the problem. If you know the problem Nigerians are facing, you cannot come and say Nigerians are the cause of all this. When they went out to protest, we actually need to hold our leaders accountable. We have, Nigerians have gone out to protest, but still, the government. Somebody said that if Nigerians had good people, why is the country in shambles? Let me tell you, you cannot come and blame Nigeria. you cannot blame Nigerians. It is the government that you should that we should hold accountable for all this nonsense going on in the country. Corrupt leaders. It doesn't mean they are not good Igbo people. So that is it. Not because somebody committed a crime, you now come and paint all the whole tribe as bad. So that's just it. You cannot paint the whole tribe as bad. You guys really need to understand that Nigerians did not do anything, just that they have bad leaders. You need to see the way Nigerians are suffering in their own. They did not do anything, just that they have bad leaders. And then because of the means to survive, when Nigerians go, I don't even support leaving your country to another country and committing crime and whatever. It tarnishes even innocent people that do not do anything, tarnishes their image. People paint them as bad too. Somebody said, good evening, my sister. What is really going on? I was in Nigeria the first time and the government are bad. The government is bad. He said, I saw it with my own eyes. The government, imagine you vote for somebody and then before you even vote, they've already chosen their leader. They've already, just that we have corrupt, Nigeria is a good country that we have corrupt leaders. Just that they already have corrupt leaders. That's what the cause, the problem of Nigeria. Not the people. Nigerians have gone out to protest. How can people go out to protest, you arrest them? People protested that they are hungry, you arrested them. How? Somebody said, Madam, Nigerians is not suffering, so correct yourself. Nigerians are suffering. Please, if you have money, if this government is benefiting you, then please, there are people that are suffering. If you're not suffering, others are suffering. If you're not suffering, others are suffering. Nigerians are suffering, please. Bad government is, if not, Nigeria wants to collapse. So don't tell me this thing. You're not new. If you're in Nigeria, you know what I'm talking about. Nigerians are suffering, please. Somebody said, learn democracy from Ghana. Nigerians feel that they are practicing democracy, but no, they don't respect the people. How can somebody tell me that Nigerians are not suffering? I don't get. Are you not seeing what is happening? How can under the watch of governments, under the watch of Nigerian government, Boko Haram by unalive millions of people and telling me Nigerians are not suffering? Do you know people that starve? Do you know people that starve? Somebody said we all suffer, but it's worse in Nigeria, please. You can survive. Here in Nigeria, people don't survive. It's worst. In Nigeria, it's worst. People suffer. If you know how people suffer, because you have money doesn't mean that people are not suffering. People are suffering. People, you're talking about, do you know all this thing happen at once? People are talking about insecurity. People are talking about hunger. It is worst. Somebody said, even in America, the people that are still suffering, it is worst in Nigeria. At least Americans can come out and say there are many opportunities for Americans, unless you're a lazy woman, unless you're lazy. But in Nigeria today, there is no opportunity at all. And then Americans can come out and demand for good governance. But in Nigeria, the worst is that you can't even come out and speak. If you speak, they will arrest you. Tell me the kind of suffering. Tell me how it is worst in Nigeria. There's nothing you cannot tell me because of the bad governance people are facing. We all suffer. Look, somebody is saying we all come down to Nigeria. If you suffer there, come down to Nigeria. Let's not stop making mouths. Come and base in Nigeria and see how it is and stop saying we all suffer. Come down to Nigeria and see what is happening. Come down to Nigeria and see what is happening. Let me now tell you that there's money in Nigeria, but we have corrupt leaders that put the money into their personal, pockets. You're in US and you're trying to say Nigerians are not suffering. Come down to Nigeria and base and see what is happening. Come down to Nigeria and stop saying you'll be in US, you'll be in America, base there. And you're telling me Nigerians are not suffering. Come down and see what people are suffering here. So that is just it. Somebody said, you're living in Nigeria you're not suffering. You actually have all it takes. There are some people. Think about the poor. Think about people that cannot feed themselves. Think about people that cannot feed themselves. People that are still living in villages. Think about all these people that they are living in villages. They are suffering. They don't have food to eat. They are farmers. Even in that farm, they look up to that farm to train their family for feeding. Bad guys will still come and you're in Nigeria and then you're living in luxury. You earn so much and you're trying to say you're suffering. You're not suffering now. I mean the people that are suffering. The majority is much Nigerians that are suffering. The current leadership, you cannot tell me that the current leadership is not making Nigerians to suffer. Yes, Nigeria went so poor in the current leadership. Things you can buy with 30,000 naira and then you cannot buy it with 100,000 in Nigeria today. If you're living in Nigeria, living in luxury house, living in luxury, you're enjoying, you're not suffering. Yes, now. But there are some people that they depend on their farm to eat, but then whenever they come to farm in their cultivate or to harvest something in their farm, Boko Haram buy them, Fulani headers buy them, and you're trying to say they are not suffering. Do you know the last attack that happened in Yelewata? Do you know how many people that died in that attack? Do you know houses stocked with rice that was burnt? That do you know how? In fact, there's this video that came up. A wealthy man in Edo State. He's a farmer. Where he keeps his food, in fact, where he store his food, his warehouse was burnt down. He said he has nothing. He's now poor because of this incident. Imagine where all his money lies. But look at this incident that just happened actually made him from grace to grass. Somebody said we are suffering. Price of food is massive. That you're earning millions doesn't mean others are not suffering. What are you even saying? Price of food is high. Transportation is high. Insecurity increased. What are you even saying that you're not? Who is this person that is saying that Nigerians are not suffering? Somebody said, I'm suffering. I'm in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Tinubu supporters are liars. So don't come and cover sugarcoat anything that Nigerians are. So Nigerians are suffering. Other people in the world might be suffering, but it's worse in Nigeria. Things are expensive. Imagine in the last government, in Buhari's government, things you can buy with 30,000 naira, you cannot buy it with 70,000 naira of today. They increased their minimum wage from what's it called? From 30 to 70. 70,000 naira cannot even transport it to your working place. And somebody is telling me that Nigerians are not suffering. Somebody said, my sister, I was there and I saw everything with my own eyes. People going with no lights, no food to eat, no medical. I am telling you, this is so bad. This is so bad. Nigerians are really suffering. In fact, there was this news that Trump was saying that UK citizens or US people that are in Abuja should be mindful. In Nigeria today, that in your house is even you're scared that bad guys might come and hold you, like buy you. In the last attack that is these people are not even scared again. They operate in daylight under the watch of Nigerian government. When you go out to protest, they will arrest you. So what do we do now? What do we do? When you imagine when groups are coming out on the road to even during the rain when it's falling, when sun is shining. Do you know that some people that protested since how many months ago, they are still in prison to you now? And you're telling me our leaders are not corrupt? This country is finished. This country, there's something you will not tell me. Let's hold our leaders account. Nigerians are really suffering. Nigerians are really suffering. We are tired of this nonsense. We are in trouble. Somebody said table gas cooker I bought in December 2022. for 25,000 naira is 70,000 naira today. You can see the difference in the price. Is this not much? Hopefully, to even if it acts every day. It acts every day, every day. You go to the market today, you're returning the next day, they tell you it has added. This is and it never comes down. That's the worst. It never comes down. Just from this place to this junction, they'll be calling price for you. Is this how people survive? Is this how they survive? Our leaders are selfish and they are greedy. That's one of the problem with Nigeria. And I believe that Nigerians, leaving your country is not the best thing. I keep on saying it. Living or basing abroad will not stop because it's actually happening at home. Oh. At home is not safe. If today, if today Ghana's actually say Nigerians go, if you can say Nigerians go, you will still come back and meet the home like that. Oh, let me just give this practical example. If your house is burning and you leave it and run to UK to base, fire will burn down this house. You will not have a home to stay. A British voice said, this is what I always say, that by 2030, there will be no country called Nigeria. You think he's a prophet? He's actually saying it because of what is happening in Nigeria. If Nigeria continues this way, if Nigerian government continues this way, Nigeria will collapse. Insecurity alone is collapsing Nigeria. Not to talk of food. Not to talk of food. Now, if your house is burning and you run to UK to base, if UK now say one time, according to what we're even seeing now, we're even here. In fact, right now, I think they are closing their doors on Nigerians, guys, at Nigerians. If UK say they don't want Nigerians, where will you stay? It's not that your same home you come back to. And by the time your home is down, where will you have a home to live? So Nigerians, living is not the best thing. We should all come back and hold our government accountable. Even if you have gone out to protest, keep protesting. Hold the government. Let's everyone. If 200 million rise up and say and demand an end to this nonsense, it will stop. It will stop. That's just it. That is what I believe. This is my belief. Living is not the best thing. So this is a clarion. Peter said, this is a clarion call for all Nigerians to hold their leaders responsible and demand for a change of governance. Yes, this is actually correct. Leaving Nigeria and going to go and base abroad is not the best thing. It's not the best thing. Let's come back and actually demand a change. Demand a change. We are tired of this nonsense. Somebody said the solution to Nigeria problem is Biafra. Freedom, which means separation. I actually agree with you because we're tired of one Nigeria. We are tired of this one Nigeria. There's no guys. Since there's no benefits, I'm not seeing any change. One night, even right now, Hausa wants to leave. Yoruba wants. We don't want this Nigeria again. And that is why they have detained Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for so many years. Just that he agitated, saying because of the way they are treating Igbos in Nigeria, they buy them, they do a lot of things to them, but even politically, they are being marginalized politically. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he demanded an end to this nonsense and then demanded for his own republic. The best thing, like I always say, the best thing is this one Nigeria is not, everybody now wants to separate. We're tired of one Nigeria. We are tired. Everybody wants to stay on their own. They say they remove subsidy. We're not seeing anything, no. They remove subsidy in electricity. Now electricity is times 10. People can even afford a rent in Nigeria. Oh my God. Things actually happen in Nigeria. Things are actually happening. Imagine someone they are paying 70,000 naira. They can't even transport you to your place of work. It cannot even feed you. How will you save? How will you pay your rent? Somebody said, if everyone comes out to protest peacefully, there's no way the government can arrest everyone. It's just that we easily adapt to the new hardship and just move on. Right now in Nigeria, they feel everything is like they feel everything going on. If Boko Haram by millions of people, they feel it's normal. It's a normal headline, and then they stay calm. Let everyone see in the end bad governance protest that happened in August. They arrested some people. Peaceful people, oh, they were peaceful protesters. They arrested them. Why? Do you know that people in Edo State, is it Edo State? Benue State, the last attack that happened, that by 200, these Boko Haram people died 200 people. What happened? When the youths came out to protest, to stop the killings going on, they threw tear gas at them. And I'm still shocked. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What will under your watch, under the leadership of under the current government, all this thing is happening, and then they are not doing anything about it. So somebody said, when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was telling you people about the nonsense that is happening today, yes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, like I said, I'm not a fan of all this nonsense going on in Nigeria. I always believe what our leader Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has always been saying. He warned about the dangers of these Fulani men. What did they do? They did not listen. Look at it. It's happening today. The northerners, they are now running. Some places you will not see anybody. It's not like a desert. Because all of them, they are all in IDP camp. Some, they have already finished buying them. He was shouting. Today is still in detention. Till now. An innocent man. They haven't done anything. They only said the persecution of the Igbos will end with him. Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was actually saving Nigeria, not even only Igbos, of these Fulani men, but they ignored it. Now look at it. So guys, this is all we have for today. We have come to the end of this live session. Do well to hit that subscribe button if you're new, like and share this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me in this live session, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night's rest.